Hmm. Got raining. Okay, I have to make this video. Hold on. Really fast because it's almost fresh in my mind. So it's September 8th, 2021. And just so we are. Yes, this is Christian's pajamas. No, I haven't made them in bed. Okay, so we just woke up and Christian's eating breakfast, but I gotta tell you about. Okay, so it's September 8th. We're 3 days from the 20-year anniversary of September 11th. And then it kind of, of course, going to freak you out because all the stuff that's going on in Afghanistan right now, and the Taliban and all the other stuff, regardless. And exactly, those people need to be avenged. So, regardless, I went in the quantum physics yesterday to the reverse of this life, where it's like all the bad shit. I'm just taking it in this life, and not like, and re- uh, I'm not reciprocating the bad things that happened to me. But I went to my life where I'm acting out the bad things that are happening in this life, and it's a mess in that life, and I'm kind of scared because it's like in this life, like I'm like, well, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything. I didn't have a chance to haven't had a chance to do anything yet. So anyway, but it's the opposite there. I got to do a lot of bad shit in that life, and but of course, you know what? The Barabbas. This is my Jesus life, and then my Barabbas life. Of course, I get all the props in the world. You know what I mean? My enemies are in their rightful places and on and on. But regardless, I just remember something about Christian, but not a lot. It was a mess. There's so much. It's just like, can't even imagine. It was like, I mean, basically, it was the manifestation of every awful thing that I'm experiencing in this life, and the violent storms that I've been experiencing in my mind were my reality and my life and the people around me. And there was a lot about Christian that I don't remember, or whoever my child was in that life. And then, but of course, the only thing I really remember is I was like, I'm dodging Michael, and I was like, guess I'm dodging. He was in the quantum physics in that life too, and I was dodging him there too. Finally, he pinned me down, and it's kind of like this life. He's like, you know, we were driving and he was just like, you've been different the last few months, and I have kind of been big time blocking him. And I just remember when we were riding in the car, I was in the car, I looked at him and I was like, he looks awful. Because he's like whatever had been going on in the dream and just like total taking a toll like on him since the last time I paid attention to him. And he was saying all this shit, and in my mind, I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, of course, like, oh, you did, But basically, he's like, he threw it, like, and then just like in real life, gave me the keys to his van. He drives a van in that life too. And he's like, take the van. I was like, I don't want to, but I didn't say anything, and I took the van. And I was like, pretty much the end of the dream. But I just realized, like Terry, I feel if Terry dropped the ball on all the people that she helps up, a lot of people would be in a hot mess. It's like every day. It's like I've had so many people renege, and I'm like, I'm praying I gotta go shut this door. And then, fuck, let me think. What was I saying? Oh, Terry. I was like, like, yeah, she said she's gonna bring Christian to school today. But if she like decided not to talk to me or not to help me, because like I've had a lot of people do that, like, from like jobs reneging, you know what I mean? The Washington Family Hope Center reneged. They offered me a year, they reneged, gave me 3 months, you know what I mean? Just like Kelly was supposed to help me. She was driving him to soccer, she reneged. She was gonna let me stay for a week. She reneged. And a lot of the bad things that have happened in the recent history have been turned out for the good. Like where we are this week and now is way better than a week at Kelly's house, because we probably would have spent all the money that we paid for this Airbnb and hardly spent any money this week. And just the environment is so much better. It's just like, so every bad thing that's happened, except, well, I should be getting a car soon so I can drive Christian to practice myself until I start working. I got the call center job, like, to work for US Bank. I love US Bank, regardless. But no, I was having a really hard time reconciling my lives, because, like, my only justification, I want my kid back so bad, and my only justification is, I didn't do anything, but then I'm so red-handed in my other lives. It's like, okay, so I'm terrified I'm not getting my kid back. It's just like, well, I mean, I've got people in my preps. If I sure, well, yeah, I do. I absolutely have my loyal, avid supporters, and I mean, got one, Terry, in this life. And if she were to drop the ball, I'd be in a shit pile. I think she just texted. I need to go see. But anyway, regardless, I woke up and I was really conflicted because I'm used to being in a goody goody two shoe, and then you go to in different life where you're just like atrocious, and everybody always getting what they deserve in this life, and I'm sure they deserve it in that life too. But it's like the difference. And I woke up and I was like, it's just like it was like a rain cloud. Like my brain was like a rain cloud, and anyway, I'm gonna have to go because I gotta. I think Terry's gonna be here. She's supposed to be here at 7, so I'm gonna go. Bye. It's 6:55, so I gotta go.